What is going on, you guys? It's Anna. Welcome back to the channel. So today, UFC 288 just happened. Literally just wrapped up like a few minutes ago, and this is my honest thoughts about the whole event. Not really the whole event. I wasn't able to watch because I was at work, but I watched the main card. Overall, the main card was kind of eh. I heard that the prelims and the early prelims were pretty good for the most part, but the main card overall kind of disappointed. Aside a few things, obviously, with the Andrade fight, obviously that was very entertaining, and Lopez doing a pretty good job against Evloev. But the main event, let's just get into the main events right away. Obviously, Aljamain Sterling gets the victory in a split decision, very close fight, and I don't really mind the decision at all. I mean, it was a close fight. I mean, realistically, it was, bro, it's a pick 'em fight. From right to the very end, to be honest with you. But honestly, I'm fine with Aljamain Sterling getting the victory. I mean, he honestly deserved it. He was outstriking Henry Cejudo pretty much almost every single round. And he got the upper hand in majority of the rounds, to be honest with you. So, in all honesty, I'm fine with the decision. Obviously, I guess the New Jersey crowd, even though they're supposed to be rooting for Aljamain Sterling, they weren't rooting for Aljamain Sterling, which is hilarious. That's how you know Aljamain Sterling just fucking sucks. Like, he's not a bad fighter. He's a great fighter. He's a fantastic fighter, actually. But you can't really get behind him, dude. It's hard to really get behind somebody like him, honestly. He's just whatever, you know what I mean? His fucking personality is kind of ass to me. I just don't personally care for the guy really all that much. He's a great fighter, but I couldn't give less of a shit about him. I mean, even in his hometown, New Jersey, he was getting his ass fucking booed. He was getting his ass booed. This is where he fucking lives, and he was getting his ass booed. That's how you know Aljamain Sterling as a fucking personality sucks ass. He fucking sucks ass as a personality. So, obviously, the next fight is Sean O'Malley. I do like Sean O'Malley. I hope he knocks his ass out, but knowing Aljamain Sterling, he's probably going to beat him. He's probably going to win by submission, unanimous decision. Fuck, I hate this fucking... I mean, listen. Even though I didn't hate the decision because it's the right decision, you know what I mean? Like, either way, I mean, I wouldn't have been mad at either way. Like, when Aljamain Sterling hands was raised, I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense because he won the fight, but I just don't want him to win, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, fuck, I mean, this guy's still the fucking champion, you know what I mean? At least with Henry Cejudo, he does something to make the fans excited, you know? But when it comes to fucking Aljamain Sterling, bro, like, this is the last fucking time that you're gonna be in a fucking main event. The only reason why you'll be in a main event is because of Sean O'Malley. Because Sean O'Malley is actually a big name and has actually a big social media following. Your ass is fucking not. Your ass is like one of the smallest names out of all the fucking champions out of everybody in the UFC. I sound like a fucking hater, but it's true. At the end of the day, listen, he's a great fucking fighter. But do you blame me for wanting him to fucking lose? His personality sucks dick. It sucks. I'm tired of him. I want him to fucking lose. I'm tired of him, bro. This fucking shit has to end. I hope Sean O'Malley wins. Please. Sean O'Malley. Sean, please. Listen, brother. I've been a fan for a minute. Since, like, what, 2019, 2020? I've been a big fan, bro. Please. Let this shit end. Aljamain's a great fighter, but I need you to knock his fucking ass out now. Please, bro. I hope that they make that fight for Boston in August. I mean, he said September. Aljamain said September. Whatever. September, I hope Sean O'Malley wins and this fuckery can finally end. Dude, I just... Listen, with Aljamain Sterling, dude, he's a... Like I said, I've been saying this the whole fucking video. He's a great fighter, but him as a personality, he's not entertaining when it comes to his personality, dude. He can't... I mean, bro, like I said earlier, he was in New Jersey, his hometown, and they were booing him. They were booing him. Please, dude, I can't. So Cejudo, what's next for Cejudo? Who knows? At this point, Cejudo should retire, to be honest with you. I mean, if he can possibly try a fight at 145 against somebody maybe to see how it is, because he's not going back down to 125. The only fight that probably was pretty intriguing was maybe Moreno going down to face Moreno, and he said, nah, I'm not going to 125. So if he's not going to 125 at this point, he should probably retire, honestly. I mean, yeah, retire. I mean, unless you get like a pretty interesting fight, I don't know who, at 145, but yeah, honestly, at this point, he's had a great career. He's still one of the all-time greatest fighters in the UFC. His performance was pretty lackluster, though, to be honest with you, man. I mean, I was expecting a lot more, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think I'm expecting a lot from a dude who has been out of the game for like 3 years. So I can't really put the blame on him all that much, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah, and Aljamain obviously going to fight Sean O'Malley. Let's get into the co-main. Bilal Muhammad and Gilbert Burns. That fight was fucking ass. That fight sucked major dick. Yeah, Gilbert Burns did not show up really all that much. I don't know what happened. It looked like his arm, I believe his left arm got injured or something like that, and he really just couldn't defend and stuff like that. And, you know, he was like kind of shaking it off and stuff like that. And yeah, I guess I really definitely hurt the game plan a little bit. But honestly, Bilal, I kind of underestimated Bilal, to be honest with you. Bilal actually had a pretty good performance, to be honest. I mean, it was not the greatest performance ever, you know what I mean? He didn't fucking blow me away or anything like that. Pause. But to be honest with you, I mean, it was, you know, definitely better than I expected. I thought Gilbert Burns was gonna knock his ass out, but that obviously did not happen. And Bilal Muhammad, I think, surprised a lot of people, and I mean, he hanged in with Gilbert Burns, and he's gonna be the #1 contender after Colby Covington and Leon Edwards fights. So, hey, I mean, listen, Bilal Muhammad is boring as hell too. He really has no personality. I mean, he tried to show a little bit of it in the press conference, and it's like, dude, like, bro, he's just terrible. He like has no charisma. He doesn't show anything to me. You know what I mean? He's kind of like another Aljamain Sterling, in my honest opinion, where he's just a guy who, I mean, Aljamain Sterling, I'll give Aljamain Sterling credit. He's boring as shit too. He's boring, but he's a little bit more entertaining than Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad literally is a lifeless fucking person, to be honest with you. Like, I'm being honest. Bilal Muhammad is lifeless. So, yeah, Bilal Muhammad is going to be the next contender for the championship after Colby Covington. Good for him. Gilbert Burns, I'm thinking Shavkat, to be honest with you. I think Shavkat versus Gilbert Burns, I really dig that fight. I think that fight definitely gained some interest. I mean, obviously, I think people want somebody like a step up in competition for sure for Shavkat. I'm thinking Shavkat versus Kamaru Usman. I'm thinking Shavkat versus Gilbert Burns. I'm thinking one of the top 5 guys in the division. Gilbert Burns, I mean, if Shavkat wants to fight soon, I'm assuming maybe Kamaru Usman makes sense. I mean, but Kamaru Usman obviously asked for Khamzat, but Khamzat, it seems like he's going to fight Paulo Costa. So, honestly, do Kamaru Usman versus Shavkat at this point. I'm pretty intrigued about that matchup. I would not mind Shavkat versus Kamaru Usman. And honestly, I think if Kamaru Usman was given that opportunity to fight Shavkat, I think he would. Because honestly, Kamaru Usman at this point, he's a contender and he's willing to fight. And he's willing to fight pretty much anybody. Obviously, I think he wants Khamzat more, but if a Shavkat was given to him, he'd be like, yeah, sure. I mean, if you compensate me well, go ahead. I'll fight him. Fuck it. But yeah, the rest of the card, the main card was okay. The Evloev fight, Lopez did surprisingly well. He damn near pretty much almost won the first round. I mean, a lot of people thought he won the first round. It was kind of close, but for the most part, still, Evloev dominated the rest of the fight, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And yeah, he's, I believe, 17-0 now. Cool, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. I might get some dislikes for my honest opinions about Aljamain Sterling from the Aljamain Sterling fans. I couldn't give less of a actual shit at this point. So yeah, I don't care. Like the video if you enjoyed though. Yeah, peace.